Greetings, my friends. This is Maerlande. Let's do another episode of Blame Lyran. So we're looking at turn 26. You can see here in the messages, turn 26, I did a good bit of Voice of Tiamat. Though sometimes quite successful, so far not at all. And I did find a magic site, a couple of magic sites by manual search. Gave a province to Xibalba. We've talked about that. Oh, look at that. Well, that's kind of awkward. Poor Xibalba had an attack by sea trolls. So I'm going to go try to give him a bit of a hand here. Clear that out. What else is going on in the messages? I mean, relatively, things are fairly quiet. So, not a huge amount of action going on. We had a battle with Atlantis. Look at that. So he patrolled, and we did win. I don't think there's too much to see here. We used some inexpensive independence, a little bit of the armored Ictiads, and then my core element of Nagus behind them. You can speed it up a little bit. Let's turn on the colored squares. That's a pretty big passel of Atlanteans. Now, are my... No, they didn't quite make it. One of the things I'd kind of hoped is these Tritons back here would get to the commanders. I could speed the whole process up significantly. I tossed up a couple of water elementals. Not much on the moss body here. But the water elementals distinctly help. So the PD's killed. And the first batch of my Tritons are retreating. But here comes the Nagas and a water elemental. So the water elementals are doing a pretty good job of the mournfuls. Yeah, no major problems there. Nagas do a pretty good job. Not too shabby at all. Not too shabby at all. So we got him with the poison too. Sweet. And that's that. So Atlantis lost a good number of mournfuls, good number of the poison Atlantean infantry guys, which aren't too shabby, really, all things considered, for 10 gold, depending on what you're going up against. And I lost Triton troopers and Triton guards and just a couple of Nagas. So we've kind of got Atlantis now on a lockdown. We'll hang on to that thing here. Let's look at these couple sites we found. What do we find? Waterfall. It's quite nice. And Earthblood Seed. Okay, so that's also quite nice. So gem income's looking quite good. Largely earth. Given the terrain, that's not all that surprising. No significant amounts of fire and water yet. Fire and air, I'm sorry. And not a heck of a lot of astral pearls. So where did I put the pretender? He was here. And he's probably moving about. Where is that guy? Let's look at him this way. The disciple, sorry, not pretender. Here he is. Oh, okay. He's doing a search right here. So he's just trying to fill in those paths that I don't otherwise have. Other actions, Lake of God. Numerous sharks have spread unrest. Yeah, that's quite a chunk of unrest. So we're bringing in some more of the independents. More of the aquatic guys. Help besiege chaff. Let's crack that fort, get it done. Unexpected a few death gems. Some misfortune in the wetlands. That's up over here. Okay, well. It's awkward but not devastating. It's nice to have spread our luck scales. They do better if they're spread, obviously. And that was the sea trolls. We saw that. Fortresses are finishing up. So we've got one more level of this fortress to come. Got a good chunk of gold stored up. And let's see, the research construction. So we're still moving up there. We'll get to 4. Take a pause. What else are we working on for research? Thematurgy, of course. Going for Soul Slay 4 is Paralyze. Sorry, Thematurgy 4 is Paralyze. We'll want Soul Slay eventually. That also helps with, and a little bit of evocation. The target here, I believe, is Astral Probing. Yeah, Arcane Probing is technically the correct name. And then we're going Construction 6, so that's predominantly for getting Kanaras. Now, Gandharvas are great, but they're troops. And right now, I don't particularly have enough pearls for that. So I'll get some Kanara to broaden my stuff into air magic. And that is about the sum total of it. You know, pretty quiet. If we look down here at Utgard, I'm sure, yeah, he's forting up this throne. He's finished most of this pond. He'll work towards getting this throne here as he can. Xibalba is preparing to work on the last bits of Atlantis under the water over here. That's a nice fort. So Atlantis had a chance to do that. Let's have a look. Is Vedheim still here? Vedheim is still in the game. Still in the game. Atlantis has lost his capital. Very large armies. Is any of this? Doesn't look much like this army has much of a chance of getting down here and getting in the water. It's possible. That's interesting. They relinquished to let Gath have this fort. Might be because maybe Gath and Neftali's spearmen. Gath might have the capability of getting in the water. Perhaps that's the idea. Well, Gath is in the water over here. I see that. And Calum is in the water as well. So we've lost out on the chance to get this piece of water. But we've done well on the water provinces. We've done very well. So I think we can move on to the next turn, turn 27. I prepped for a possibility of doing 5 turns this episode. So Utgard's sharing gems, and that's a good thing to do. Shifting gems back and forth between each other. The White Minotaur claimed the Crystal Throne, so that's Pangaea. Voice of Tiamat. Oh, my Voice of Tiamats are not paying off. Oh well. Ah, he's testing that throne. So it's got a Mind Lord. That could be kind of entertaining. Does that Mind Lord have any gear or gems? Lots of gems. No gear. So there's potential for some trouble trying to fight that. Most of the troops are nothing too special. Shamblers or tramplers. Well, that one's diseased. Could be they starved. I didn't see starving on them though. Okay, and what else? What's going on here? Lake Fortune. Oh, whoops. I sort of made a mistake there. Alright, that didn't... Oh! Yeah, I suppose the idea was I was trying to get away. But, because the Triton commanders are of no value to me anymore. I can't get them out of the water. What else for messages? Looked for some sites, didn't find any. Found a magic site here. Ah, nice. Some fire gems. That's a useful thing. It's not a significant fire income, but it gets it started. What else? Good Citadel here is finished. So we're maxed out there, we're maxed out here, and this one has a single level left. And we're pretty much done for forts. And with the walls here, we're slowly clearing them out. Well, that was a pretty quick turn. Oh, look at that. Vedheim's capital is taken. Is Vedheim out of the game? Not yet. There must be some Vedheim somewhere. There must be some Vedheim somewhere. I don't see any Vedheim flags on the map. I see a little wee Atlantean army. And I I see Xibalba has a reasonable shot to try to kill this. Depends on the province defense. What we got here? Just finding some scouts. Says blood hunting. And I don't know how long it's going to take them to get these trolls. See, the nagas I had around here, I moved away. You can see I haven't started moving any more back yet. So there isn't a lot more to talk about here. Oh my, that was nice. That was very nice. So we got a lab here on the throne. Well, that's going to be handy for when we transfer it over to Xibalba. But we haven't got any action. I'm not seeing... Ah, here comes an allied unit. Julia Roberts, the Camazot. So if she can get into the water, then we can start doing some relinquish. I'm guessing maybe in a turn or two. And that's about the sum total of it. We'll have a look at research again. Yeah, same selection I had before. Well, I'm going to call that good for turn 27. Like I said, this is all pretty quiet, so we'll sort of punch through this. Get as many of these turns done in a row. Relatively short episodes. Alright, Xibalba has given me the kickstart to get a basic blood economy started. Enjoy the silence, the Master Lich. And he did it in the name of Speed Dating Central. Let's have a look here. Speed Dating Central. I'm trying to remember where. Speed Dating Central is Maerlande. Okay, so they've grabbed another throne. And let's look at the Thrones of Ascension. One for the Maerlande team. And two for... why am I messing up on the flags here? That is Big Mummy. Arcos Valley, right, okay. So not many thrones claimed yet. I mean, it's awkward for me. I can't very easily get down here and claim this throne. It's a long ways and my disciple is slow. Relatively. I mean, eventually I'll speed him up with some boots and things like that. But the quickest to get down here will be Utgard. But Utgard is the pretender. So that's a challenge because we are imprisoned. So he won't be coming out for quite a bit longer. Let's check out the other ones. So, oh my gosh. Well, it was not my game for Voice of Tiamat. Well, there we go. A single, 2 sites. I think the Maelstrom is not a bad one. Well, it's 2. So I didn't get very good luck with Voice of Tiamat this game. And to help myself, rather than try to get something with Astral, breathing water and into the water, I'm just going to use Arcane Probings to do the water searching. But a battle here. Ah, okay, so there's a probe. So we can have a look at what we've got to deal with here. Now what we have to deal with is these Springhawks that are going to jump whatever shows up there instantly. But the only kind of damage they can do is lightning. And one way to deal with this is to have good lightning resist. And then the Inuki can toss out a lot of air elementals and other sorts of trouble. Living air is something that is very likely to occur. The rest of this is not too significant. These guys hit hard, but they don't have anything too special. Then we've just got some basic archers, some deer tribes of different flavors. So the clincher in this one, I want a single griffin. So the clincher in this one is the Springhawks arriving almost instantly, the Inuki putting up air elementals, and those sorts of things. So my scout dies because it doesn't get away. Yeah, poof. Let's see. Unexpected events, some gems, not bad. Nice event. That's one of the things about luck builds. And that castle is completed. So we got one more level on that one to go. We've already started it. If we look at recruitment, you can see I'm grabbing a few of the big Bandar bows. You know, I'm trying to put together a pretty significant, and we've got a mix of Nagini and Nagarishi. And then, again, you can see I'm going for alternating gurus and yogis. alternating gurus and yogis. Same here, with a balance towards more yogis as communion slaves and simple astral magi for combat. And that's about it. Another turn, punched out. Research carries along. Alright, I'm going to jump ahead to 29. So this is a very quiet part of the game. Very quiet part of the game. And there's a few more Visa Tiamats. Smoldering Starfish Colony. Whoops, that's not the one. Go to the province. Ah, a little more fire magic. So, oh yeah, 4 fire, 3 air. Excellent water, excellent earth. Still not all that much love with Astral Pearls. And we haven't found much in the way of death gems. A Harrow Spec. So just using that to fill in spots that we missed. No luck with Astral Probings and no luck with the Harrow Specs. And nothing for the manual searching. Still haven't cracked that fort. And we keep bringing more and more and more independence. You'll notice most of the ones I've got now are fishmen. So at least, you know, when it comes to it. Okay, here we go. We're going for our first relinquish in this pond. So give that off to Xibalba. Hopefully that's where he is. Looks like it. These guys are going back onto the land, basically under the assumption that their primary job is finished. And I see Xibalba clarified and grab this province. He's got a first underwater fort going up. Good location for it. It's collecting resources from 2 provinces. Some independence. Oh, he tried to take those independents and that didn't work. That's a bummer. And definitely we see some Gath. We see some Gath. Alright. What else for messages? Well, I think that's it. I think turn 29 is also finished. So we'll do 30. This is going to be a pretty short episode. Quite short. And hopefully we'll be getting towards the more action-packed sections of the game. Arcane probing, nothing. Harrowspecs, nothing. Harrowspecs, nothing. Wow. Astral window. Ah, I made myself a stone sphere. These are useful. They're expensive, but they're really quite useful. Now, do I have anybody blood hunting? Did I empower yet? No, I'm just sitting on those slaves for the time being. And where did I send the disciple? Let's look for that happy guy. Here he is. He's doing a search way over here. Oh, he made it over here pretty quickly. Okay, what else? Oh, he cast teleport. Yeah, that was worth a couple of gems. Very much worth a couple of gems. No magic sites. No magic sites. We relinquished Old Flood. And there's more relinquish potentially going on. Yeah, we got a Batab here. I see where I was using the stone sphere to look inside. So there's only 13 units inside there. So there's really no big trouble. That's something that's scrying. So scrying from the water scry spell, the astral scry spell, or the scrying sites, or the stone sphere. If you are the siege person on the siege, it gives you a scout report from inside. That's handy. Useful thing to keep in mind. Battle in Gwerth. Nice job. Where's Gwerth? Oh, he took it. Excellent. So what throne is this? Throne of Air. That will be nice. Air shield on all our sacreds. And the Windmaster. That'll be quite helpful. Events. A Dominion change. Oh, good grief. Well, we'll deal with that quick enough. I didn't even set preaching. And research is chugging away nicely. Chugging away nicely. Over here, found some fire gems. A scout got chased away, a scout got chased away, and we breached the fortress. So that's it. That's turn 30. Well, very short episode, only 20 minutes, but I'm going to call it done. We'll have another look soon. Okay. Take care, my friends.